Okay guys, hello, I'm Valerie. Welcome to Central Kentucky Living. If you are new to the channel, welcome, and if you've been here before, welcome back. In this video, we're going to cover some tips and tricks, if that's what you want to call them, to relocating to the Bowling Green, Kentucky area. Okay, in this video, we're going to break this down into 4 different parts. And those parts are, so you can kind of get an idea of how this video will flow, are finding a new job in the new city, which in this case would be Bowling Green, finding a place to live, adjusting to a new town or new city, and making the most of what Bowling Green has to offer. So let's get started. So here are a couple tips on finding a job in a new town or new city. So you probably already know this, but of course you can go to some of the major job search engines like Indeed.com, Glassdoor.com, Monster.com. There you're going to be able to create your own profiles, set up job alerts so you get notifications on new positions and what you're applying for. And then of course, just like we're using different platforms on social media, you're going to want to tailor your resume and possibly cover letter. I was going to say cover photo, but that might be for a dating website instead of job search. You're going to want to tailor your resume and cover letter on each application to be job specific, of course, just like we post on social media to be specific to that type of platform. That's the way we apply for jobs now today online, is tailoring each individual application to the specific company and position you're applying for. Now, of course, if you're coming here and you're moving to this town and you're looking for a home and you don't have a job yet, or you're transitioning from one job to another, of course, we're going to be able to refer you to some local lenders who can talk to you about what you might need to prepare yourself to get pre-approved for a loan when you're in a job transition. So whether that's like 6 months or a year of proof of income, it can vary depending on your personal situation. Definitely something to keep in mind. Most people are coming to this area because they're already ready and they either are PCSing to Fort Knox, got a job at maybe one of the med centers in Bowling Green area, the South Central Kentucky area, in a hospital somewhere, or coming to one of the new plants that are here. Chances are you probably have a job lined up already, but if you don't, there's just a couple ideas for job search engines to help you get started. The second tip to finding a job in your new area is going to be networking. You could attend some job fairs or industry events or professional associations that you are researching online, and that of course is going to help you find what you're looking for. Those kind of events can help you meet potential employers so you can learn more about the job market in the area, and also you can reach out to your personal or professional contacts to see if they know anyone who's hiring or has a position in your field available. And the third tip, of course, is just to research the companies that are around town. Check their websites for current job openings and submit your resume. And then sometimes their website will give you an idea of what their culture and mission is about their company and see if it matches your values and if that's what you're looking for. So that's just a couple tips to finding a job when coming to a new area. So those are just a couple ideas. Obviously, you've heard of the big job search engine websites, but if you're coming to Bowling Green specifically, you can get on the Bowling Green Chamber of Commerce. Their website is great, very easy to navigate, and you can set yourself up, I believe, on their job board to receive notifications when there's new openings available. Bowling Green Chamber of Commerce. So a couple simple tips basic tips to finding a place to live in the Central Kentucky area. You're going to want to do your research on the area, neighborhoods in the area, cost of living, amenities, what's going on in the town. Well, if you've clicked and landed on this video, you're already halfway there. We have tons of videos on those things in the whole Central Kentucky area, and we're continually putting out more. So congratulations, you found a good spot for that. The second one would be to contact a local real estate agent. You can contact any agent of your choice. Jarrett and I happen to be licensed agents in the area. You're welcome to reach out to us. Our information is always in the link below. But obviously, if you're coming to a new area, contacting a real estate agent is a good idea. They know the area, they know what's around, they know, They can connect you with the feedback you're giving them on what you're looking for, on areas you like, based on your lifestyle preferences and the things you tell us on what exactly you're looking for and your family dynamic and the new job you're coming in town for, or whatever it is. Once we narrow down, what you're about and what you're here for and what you're hoping to experience, then of course we can stay in those lanes and find you something you're gonna love. And like I said before, real estate agents have a lot of connections in town. So we have connections to local lenders who are great communicators, who we can communicate on a daily basis, even the weekend, because they know how hard it is to find a home. Most likely we can get in touch with certain ones on the weekend. And we've worked with these people before, so they can help us get through your transaction from A to B in a very quick and smooth process. So contacting a real estate agent is a good idea. Another tip to your process of finding a place to live is you're going to obviously want to check local online listings of homes that are available in the area. So we all know that you're already searching, sites like Zillow and Realtor.com and things like that. But when you contact your real estate agent, they can set you up on a more specific search where you're getting information instantly on exactly what you're looking for. And that's an important step, especially in a fast-paced market. Now, of course, the market has shifted so dramatically in the last 3 years. This is 2023. But we still live in an area that's constantly growing. And yes, even this past weekend, Jarrett and I have helped some clients that were in a couple multiple offer situations. So it's still, lower inventory. Yes, rates are higher, but we don't expect that to really go down anytime soon. Not under 5. We're kind of in that we're kind of stuck in that 5% to 7% rate area right now. And we don't really foresee that changing too much in the near future. But that being said, houses are still being sold. People are selling, people are buying, people are still coming here. Inventory is somewhat low, but we have enough inventory that we can definitely find you what you're looking for. And in saying that, my point was just that it's important to get in touch with your agent and be set up with all these things ready to go. That way, you're getting properties sent to you as soon as they hit the market, instead of maybe searching a giant site on your own and seeing a property that maybe has been on the market 10 days and it's already got, 3 offers at the door. Another good tip to finding a place to live in your new town is join local Facebook groups about that town. Now, we've all had some Facebook group experiences that are positive and negative. So I know there can be some negative chatter in some of those groups, but there can be a ton of useful information. So hop on the local groups and find out what's cool to do in the area, get some feedback from some other people, see what the comments are. They can be helpful. Just kind of sift through, and let the water run off your back with all the negativity, because there is, that's everywhere. That's in every Facebook group. And you'll know what I'm talking about if maybe you saw our video on the most truthful pros and cons to moving to Kentucky, when I shared a long bit actually on the differences in moving to certain areas of the United States and how different, areas have different cultures and mannerisms and behaviors. And one of those being that Kentuckians are very welcoming. And so most of the groups, Facebook groups here in the central Kentucky area, they're pretty welcoming and friendly. You're not going to experience a ton of that negativity, but I have seen it in some other states where they don't really want you there. But that's not really happening too much here, so just a little helpful tip for you. Another good tip for your finding your home here in the new area is going to be attend some open houses. Now, we don't always recommend doing that on your own. You want to be agent represented, and that's fine. You don't have to go with your agent, but if you are in contact with your agent, attend some open houses anyway. That's fine. Just let them know, and then of course let the agent who's hosting it know that maybe you're working with someone. That way there's not a lot of confusion, and they're not trying to kind of pitch you on why you should work with them and that kind of thing. You just want to go and see the house, so you can at least see neighborhoods that way and get a good feel for what types of homes are in what types of neighborhoods. that's a really good way to do it. So attend some, it's all good. You're gonna think this last tip is kind of weird, but if you're coming to a new area and you wanna learn about finding where you wanna be in that area, I recommend doing something crazy like door dashing or Grubhub or whatever site you want to use or whatever app you want to use. But in my experience, that is a very quick way to learn an area. Sign up on a DoorDash app. You can get paid a little bit to drive around town, and not only are you going to be delivering food to certain neighborhoods and you're getting a feel for neighborhoods, you're also learning where all the restaurants are, because that's where you're picking up the food. So you can learn so much in a 30-day time just by signing up for DoorDash and getting paid to drive around town. Okay, some tips to adjusting to your new town. Well, number one, you have to get out and explore. You have to go driving, you have to get out and go walk the parks, see what's around, rent a kayak somewhere, rent a bike somewhere. Just get out and get busy. Try the local restaurants. I mean, chains are fine too. Hey, look, in Bowling Green, we just got a new Mission Barbecue. Now, it's a chain, but it's freaking fabulous. Have you ever been to Mission Barbecue? There's some in Tennessee, and it's kind of a quick, order at the counter and they bring you your food, type deal. But, I mean, it's good barbecue. Chicken, pork, they got ribs, they have coleslaw and mac and cheese and beans, and then they have these little dessert cups. I'm not here to advertise for Mission Barbecue. I'm just saying that, you should try it. Try the local restaurants. They're always the best, and they're unique to the town, and we always want to support our locals, so try some locals. A couple of my recommendations would be Local Taco in Bowling Green or Tequila House in Elizabethtown. Let's see, JR Neighbors in Elizabethtown. That's a new one. The Toasted Yolk is a breakfast place in E-Town. Pub by Novo in Bowling Green. Toro and Novo Dulce in Bowling Green. Those are all three owned, I believe, by the same person or the same group of people, and it's fabulous. If you want flavor, those three restaurants are where it's at. Anyway, go out to eat. Walk the parks. Go down to Fountain Square in Bowling Green. Go over to Freeman Lake in E-Town, whatever area you're looking at. Mammoth Cave, Horse Cave. Go to some of the Amish antique shops. Get out and explore. But number two is get involved. I mean, if you're here already, if you're not here, you can't really, other than like Facebook groups, but if you're here, start getting involved in organizations, churches, things that you want to engage in. Take your kids bowling, to the skating rink. Bowling Green actually has a pretty nice skating rink. But I think one of the best ways to adjust is honestly when you're moving to a new town, because if you've watched any of our previous videos, you know that Jarrett and I have actually done this. We did move out of state and came back to Kentucky. And another tip to adjusting is staying in touch with your current friends and family, because moving to a new town can be very lonely, especially if you're far away and you really know no one. Just, make sure you're staying in touch with your family. Phone calls, texts, whatever. Have a visitor come out. Go visit them in a month or so. So you're not feeling like, I don't really connect here yet. Because one of my biggest things that I have said in a lot of these videos so far lately since our transition has been making new friends is not easy. It will happen and you'll find your people, but it takes a lot of time. So be patient. But back to where I got off track on Mission Barbecue and all that. That was kind of leading me into making the most of your new city, which in this case, we're talking about Bowling Green. Make the most of it, make the best of it by visiting the local attractions. We've named a couple, but to name a few more, you gotta go see the Corvette Museum. It's a thing to do, and they've just reopened their tours of the plant, so you can actually see how a Corvette is made. Now, I know my husband's gonna want me to mention the little old car museum right next door. He thinks that's even cooler than the Corvette Museum, so check that out. I think it's like $10 to get in or something. I think we mentioned Mammoth Cave. Go there, go on a hike. WKU, maybe you've come in during the fall, get some tickets to a football game. It's a lot of fun. The historic rail park or train museum, that's a good one. I mean, you could go to the Greenwood Mall. I actually have a video on that if you want to. I'll try to link it in the description below if you want to see what the mall is like. I know that's silly, but when I'm researching a town, I kind of like to know, are there shops, are there restaurants? And I think in this day and age, in my opinion, if a town has like a functioning shopping area or a functioning mall, that's a good indication that it's a thriving community still, in my opinion, because we've all seen that like all over America, malls are kind of just dying off, right? It's a lot of online shopping, and these big, huge shopping malls are just closing down, store after store after store. And that seems to be happening with some of the outdoor strip malls too. But I guess what I'm saying is if an area of town is all closed down and there's just not a lot of shopping, it's a good indicator, in my opinion, that maybe there's just not much growth happening in that area. And in the Bowling Green area, the Greenwood Mall is actually still alive and well. So go there. You can still get a pretzel and you can still ride the carousel. And there's even still a Hallmark. Another good thing though to do is to visit Fountain Square Park downtown and Circus Square Park, which is like a block over. And in these areas, if you come at the right time, which in my opinion are the best 6 months of the year, you know, May to October-ish, you can go down there every weekend and find something to do, whether it's live music or the Food Truck Friday, or we have some kind of event. Like this weekend coming up is Tacos and Tequila at the ballpark, where the Hot Rods play. So that's cool. You got to get tickets for that. But there are some things that you can just show up and do. The Southern Kentucky marketplaces downtown, and check out those areas because it gives you a really good feel of the charm and character of the city. If you want to see a lot more video on what all these things are, just check out some more of our videos, which I'll put the link in the description. We've done stuff on top 10 things to do in the Bowling Green area. We've done pros and cons of Kentucky. We've done cost of living. All those videos you can find right here on our channel, Central Kentucky Living. Thank you so much for watching today. I hope I didn't ramble too long. I hope these tips were helpful, and we'll see y'all in a week or two.